I guess I've used a version of flipped classroom, not at this university because I don't tend to have a lot of students in front of me, but in some courses in my previous university we had quite intense and well orchestrated tutorial discussions, which are very much the same thing. We used to combine business simulation software with content from the lecture and with their weekly exercises. So we brought it all together as part of a major discussion, and that seemed to create a lot of interest and get students quite involved in the whole process.
Would you recommend flipping a classroom, and why?
I think from my personal experience that the most valuable learning that students do is not in the lecture theatre, it's in the tutorial room. And the only way for them to learn is to get involved, do activities, talk to each other, argue when necessary, and have a fairly well laid out plan for the class so that you do bring everybody in. You match the discussion to the material for the week or whatever you're trying to get them to learn, and make sure that the thing is reasonably structured but gives a fair amount of flexibility so you can allow the conversation to travel if it needs to. It depends, of course, on the class and what we're trying to do. In one example, students had to do a small piece of homework once a week. Once a fortnight, basically. They used to come to class, and it was individual work. We would actually discuss their answers to that homework and give them the opportunity to take notes and rewrite that piece of work and submit it again next week for marking. So we were actually using formative and normative assessment in the same task, as well as engagement through discussion and sometimes argument, because we were trying to teach students how to use tools properly in regard to how to analyse data. And the only way they could do that is to constantly do it. You can't just tell them to do it and they think they know how to do it. So we were actually being able to allow them and really force them to interact and to use the tools and to show that they could do it. And they were expected to defend their positions as well. So it really did create quite a good learning environment. The research in one of the classes I did, one of the comments that they all made in different ways was, when we got to the exam, we didn't have to prepare for the exam because we'd been preparing for it for the whole semester.